All right, so you're wondering if you should bulk to put on some size or nah, right? Especially the people that probably should be bulking is like the super thin guys that are, in their late teen years. You're finishing up high school, you just got out of high school, you're in your young 20s, your metabolism's like super fast and you just can't put weight on for anything. First of all, space your meals out every 3 hours. Pick nutrient dense foods. When I was 18, I was eating like 1,000 calories worth of like chocolate and Twizzlers a day. That's not really going to help you because it's just like one type of sugar in there. It's just one type of thing. You need nutrient dense foods that you're going to get a whole variety of like vitamins and minerals and different types of proteins in it and different types of fats and all these other aspects. So, however, people who may not want to bulk are like I would do a bulk, but I would do what they call a lean bulk or a clean bulk. I can't do a dirty bulk anymore because my metabolism's too damn slow. So if you're in your late 20s or you didn't have that kind of a metabolism to start out with, or like the kicker, really depending on what your goals are. If you've never been like under 15% body fat, you probably really should not do a bulk because it may not be the best option for you. As far as typically people do a cut after their bulk, and if you bulk up, you may find, and you do the dirty bulk, you may find that it's harder to cut back down. And so the difference between a clean bulk and a dirty bulk is the dirty bulk, you're just eating everything inside, this and that. You're up in your carbs like crazy. You're up in everything by crazy, but especially like carbs is the easiest thing. So you can go ham on a bag of chips, all day long until your next meal, and then you eat, and then you go grab a thing of freaking, whatever else. So, the reason, though, that you may not want to do a dirty bulk if you don't have that fast metabolism anymore is you can think of this. Yeah, it's a fat cell. Oh, gains. So, if that's a fat cell, whenever you eat on your dirty bulk and you're getting all these carbs in excess, you're filling it with more and more nutrients. And so that's going to actually cause it to now expand. So the fat cell just got larger, right? And then eventually this fat cell's going to get a friend, right? And so you're adding fat cells, you add more nutrients to this guy gets another ring, gets a little bit bigger, this guy gets a little bit bigger. Now, that's all fine and dandy. You're doing a bulk, you're going to cut afterwards, right? So the thing about fat cells is when you go to do your cut, your body doesn't like that you're trying to kill off its cells, right? You're trying to shrink or kill off these fat cells. Your body doesn't like that. So you're going to be extra hungry because these cells want to live. Now, the other thing that makes it more of a problem other than just willpower, because your body's literally trying to preserve its cells, is that fat cells don't go away. Well, you're thinking, oh, well, I lost 20 pounds of whatever, and that was all fat, so what do you mean they don't go away? Fat cells don't go away. All they do is shrink. It doesn't matter what kind of diet you do. It doesn't matter what you do unless you like enter your body into starvation. Then you may kill off some fat cells, but really all they do is they shrink and they get smaller and smaller and smaller. They're not really going to ever go away. So these cells are always going to be here saying, feed me, feed me, feed me. And you'll find it's harder and harder to cut away. And also, if you're adding more and more dirty bulk or huge fat cells and you don't have the metabolism to keep that under maintenance, it doesn't matter how small you get them. If there's 1,000,000 of them, it's still going to be some size there no matter how small you shrink them, right? So if you got a fast metabolism, go for the dirty bulk. Stick to the nutrient-dense foods, however. If you don't have a super fast metabolism anymore, like I don't do cardio anymore, I don't do all this other stuff. I don't, run like I used to, and I can't get away with eating a lot of the same things that I used to because all of my cardio is through weights, and I'm just older. So keep that in mind, and stay tuned for the next video. I'll probably do a cut or an all video soon.